Here, while we're on the conservatives doing music, let's cover this. Matt Walsh reposted this video from this weirdo. I don't know what's going on here, but here's the song. The main reason, and Matt Walsh loved it because, you know, he's got to show as a fascist, he can't exclusively shit on modern contemporary culture. He also has to show an alternative of what is the best version of what he's trying to sell. Okay? So the best version of what he's trying to sell, like an example of what is good art, according to Matt Walsh, is some of my favorite types of conservative commentary, because like they always are really bad. They're like following the Mumford and Sons aesthetic 10 to 12 years later. Okay? Mumford and Sons is British. This guy's a genuine Appalachian. Why does everyone have to shit on rural people? I don't understand. Please don't shit on this guy. This song is not against trans people or whatever. Okay. Let's listen to what he had to say.
People like you wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men, know the rich men. People like you wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is.
Please don't shit on this man. Look at the other verse. I wish politicians would look out for minors, and not just minors on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks on the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground because all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Hey, man, please don't shit on this guy. He's got some good ideas. It's against welfare queens despite farmers being the most subsidized American industry. I mean, he's not even a farmer. He very much, most likely, if he lives in Appalachia, which he seems to be living in Appalachia, he probably does not have a job. Like many people in that region don't have a job, because they used to work in coal mines and no longer can work in coal mines because of automation, or because, woke liberalism has eviscerated the coal mining industry. It's just like living in Alabama right now, and everyone here has a boner for this song. Let me pick up my banjo and cry because motherfuckers out here getting snapped. Yeah, bro, if you're that poor, okay, if you're a poor guy living in this region, how in the ever-loving fuck are you shitting on other poor guys? You're literally like, oh, man, I hate the rich people defending pedophiles. Fine, on board with that message. That's good. And then immediately he's like, you know who's real bad? A different kind of poor guy. I hate how poor I am and how the rich have fucked me over. But you know what I hate more than that? A different kind of poor guy. Poor guy down the street. How is this any different? I talk about this all the time, about like the most American thing you can do is be a fat guy and shit on a guy that's like slightly fatter than you, like Donald Trump does with Chris Christie. Okay? It's so funny that this is like the white Lizzo version of that, where he's like, oh, man, I hate how fucking poor I am. But, like, other people that are also poor, fuck those guys. Those guys are the real problem. It's like, what do you mean? Everyone's shitting on this guy is so lame, low-hanging fruit, though. What's going on? Am I not allowed to just, like, joke? Am I not allowed to crack jokes now? What's happening? Do I have to always take rural Kentucky, Alabama, West Virginia guys with the kitty gloves? Is that what's happening? He's not against trans people, though? Yeah, I mean, I don't give a shit about that. Let's hear it.
Selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away.
It's funny because, like, let me tell you something, okay? It's funny because a lot of this stuff, like a lot of the criticism, especially when it comes to social safety nets, is always hilarious because the reality is there's always going to be a way for these people to survive, right? If there's no jobs, if there's nothing going on, they have to survive somehow. The government is not just going to let them fucking die. So instead, they basically let them barely live by allowing them to take advantage of a patchwork structure of like minor social welfare that barely lets them exist. So how does that work? For a lot of people in areas like this, okay, how does that work? It works in the same way that it does in cities, but especially so in places like this where there's just not a fucking job. Cost of living is already cheap. You already have a fucking house, right, for the most part, okay? Then what do? You get disability. You're either on disability or some form of welfare because how else the fuck are you going to make money? So then turning around and like shitting on that concept is, you know, really frustrating. Song touched my soul, Jimbo. Yeah, I mean, he has a good voice, okay? You become a streamer. Yeah, liberals are racist to white Americans. Hasan is racist to white Americans. Yes. Not only am I a liberal, my name has 2 S's in it, but I'm also a racist to white Americans, even though I myself am a white American.
Drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake.
You're white Turkish? Yes, bro. Look at me. Look at my fucking face. Look at how pasty my goddamn skin is. What do I do? Am I brown? Do you think I can do you think it wouldn't look weird if I was running around being like, I'm a person of color? Like, that's fucking ridiculous.
And it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do.
I understand his sentiment, and I certainly care more about rural America than most people, but something is wrong when you're enjoying being propped up by Matt Walsh types and has created a rumble at Rumble's direction. This man lives on 90 acres outside of Richmond, VA. Comparable properties in the area are $2 million listings. I mean, I don't even personally think he has to be, like, dirt fucking poor. It's just that, like, there's a long and vibrant history of exactly this kind of voice. Like what he's biting from, okay? Like a long library of content that he's like basically LARPing from or basically biting from that straight up identifies the problem and will attack the actual vectors of oppression. Okay? Do you understand? It's not new. This isn't like a new type of music or a new type of song. Plenty of examples of you know, coal miners getting fucked over with a boss. Where the direction with sung in this exact same style, with this same voice inflection, turning around and redirecting the anger at those who actually have caused their demise, rather than you know, random people that are also just as poor as this guy claims to be. You know what I mean?
And they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. 'Cause the rich men, 'cause the rich men.
what is the name of this guy? I need to find the lyrics. Oliver Anthony is an Appalachian country artist in the same vein as Tyler Childers and Zach Bryan. I mean, he's success. I mean, he will probably get very successful. He seemingly has that rural charisma. Weird question, but would you ever consider getting this guy on stream to chat about the issues he thinks about before Matt Walsh and his ilk get to him properly? I think Matt Walsh and his ilk have gotten to him already. What's the name of this song? This guy can really be so mad at Twitch chat.
If you search
Crazy
Google,
reacts about male body dysmorphia. Unrealistic male body standards are deadly. Yeah, sure, we'll watch it. Okay, guys, before everybody starts linking Pete Seeger and shit, just hold on. I just want to see the lyrics of this song. I want to read the lyrics of the song, okay? Rich Men of North Richmond is the name of the song, I think. Okay, let's pull up the lyrics. Wish I could just wake up and not be true, but it is. We are now political slaves to a masterclass of politicians that can never be charged, but his enemy will always be charged and never guilty. Living in the new world with an old soul, many people who wish to return to the simpler, more honest way of life fell out of place in modern society. These rich men of north of Richmond, DC, Lord knows they all just want to have total control. Want to know what you think? Want to know what you do? Dude. Always so fucking funny to see Ben Shapiro and Matt Walsh post shit like this, knowing they would be scared to stop in a gas station from my rural hometown. Grew up in a rural town where average household income is $27K or something, and everyone complains about welfare and disability, but majority of people are on it. That's what I mean. It's like, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, because your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, because of rich men north of Richmond. I wish politicians would look out for minors, and not just minors on an island somewhere. That's bars. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. I live in Section 8 housing in Detroit. My haters will not come for me. I mean, it doesn't matter where you live. The reality is most of your haters, or most haters online, are haters because they don't go out in the real world at all. They do not step foot outside. They live on a steady diet of chicken tendies that mommy brings them. And that's pretty much it. Because if they would walk outside and see the sunlight for the first time, or have to interact with another human, they would perish. They would turn into a cloud of mist, pink mist, and dust. I love the Lord, we got folks on the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and these obese milking welfare. Like, again, it hits on everything that I love. Okay, I'm serious. I love this song. I love this song because in many ways, this is the most American song. Why? Because not only is he like LARPing as a poor guy, shitting on other types of poor guys, okay, asking the government to help poor people, but also simultaneously shitting on other poor people that are getting help and the type of help that they're getting, and also shitting on fat people, but you're fat. It's like, what do you mean? What is happening? It's like writing a song. It's like writing a song about how like gingers have no soul with that fucking beard. You know what I mean? Like, fuck them gingers. They have no soul. If I had my way, they'd be hanging off the poles or something. It's like, well, why would you say that? You're ginger. Like, what? Why? Why are you saying that? Anyway, let's continue. This song is about rural consciousness, though. It's just about rural consciousness. Okay. What does that mean? There's this idea where, like, if someone looks the part, fits the bill, and is like I don't even have, first of all, let me just say something. I don't think this is like as disagreeable as the way Twitter is making it out to be. But that doesn't mean that, like, you can't, crack jokes about it. Okay? Especially when it's one of my trigger points, at least, when I see, like I've mentioned 8 times so far, when a poor guy or someone who is LARPing as a poor guy is shitting on other poor guys. It's just so frustrating. It is supposed to build up the other poor guys and instill class consciousness rather than shit on a different kind of poor person. Having said all of that, okay, there's also this idea that, like, possibly due to a tremendous amount of animosity from liberals towards, like, white people that are poor, country folk, people living in rural areas, right? That there's so much animosity towards, like, those people from bi-coastal liberals who are like, well, they voted for it, they should fucking perish or whatever, that people are hypersensitive to any kind of criticism that anyone from Appalachia is receiving, okay, especially in this community. But, like, just because someone is from this area, or someone is genuinely poor, or someone is, a working class person, doesn't change the reality that they can't be a fucking dumbass. Of course they can. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine. Okay. Why do y'all only highlight Appalachia to shit on some hogs then? Y'all, how's this guy LARPing? It's normal as fuck to own hundreds of acres in the country. Y'all are being real armchair elitists right now. I straight up said that even if he was actually a rich person, it still doesn't change the reality. I don't give a shit how big of a area that he lives in. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat. Let's hear that part.
I wish politicians would look out for minors, and not just minors on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds.
This is so perfect. I'm sorry. You're a fucking buffoon if you hear this and you're like, bars. Okay, this is what the rural people feel like. Okay, well, they're fucking stupid then. Okay, I'm sorry. Whoever fucking believes this is dumb. Like, this is awesome. But not in the way that I guess some people would appreciate it. I find it awesome for a different reason. Taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds? Like, what the fuck? What are you saying? You can't on the one hand be like, we need more government assistance for the poor, and then simultaneously be like, but not that kind of government assistance. No fudge rounds. What are you, Michael Bloomberg? What the fuck is this? You know who has this? You know who has this attitude? You know who has unironically tried to make policy around exactly what he's saying? Michael fucking Bloomberg, who also was a Republican, by the way. Okay? So, miss me with this bullshit. Also, he's shitting on short kings, which I don't like either.
Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world.
His voice sounds like you. I think your brain is broken.
So, these rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just want to have total control.
Again, like, who does I'll give you another example. Like, his only anchor with the rich men of Richmond is that they care about pedophilia and defending pedophilia more than they care about, like, uplifting poor people, but then targets welfare policies, turns around, and then says the only thing that they're doing is they want to know what you think, they want to know what you do. Lord knows they just want to have total control. But then he's in his perfect world. He dreams of a world where, like, he gets to dictate the terms of welfare, who gets it, and also what they can purchase with it, which ironically is just, again, American consciousness, which is now a goal to not necessarily uplift anybody, really, not even yourself, mind you, okay? Not even yourself, not even your neighbors, but instead to implement a level of control to the people that you feel are opposing you in the political process. We don't even care about, like, fucking healthcare. We don't care about any of that shit. We don't care about social safety nets. We only care about making sure we own the other side, implementing the same level of control that I feel is being implemented on me by those, by the pedophiles on the other side. Okay? That's it.
Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and then I don't think you know, but I know that you do, cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, cause the rich men, north of Richmond.
That's another, like, wild part about the tax part is just like, what are you talking about? If the people you're talking about are just, like, making no money, well, they're, trust me, they're not getting taxed the shit either. It is in many respects identical to what we watched yesterday from Erie, Pennsylvania, of the Trump rally that the More Perfect Union guy went to, and he talked to these people who were so close to getting it, right? But yet were so far away. So, also, why does man have a tree blind where he records music? I mean, I think that's a deliberate choice. He just, like, I assume this is his own property where he hunts as well. He's shitting on his target audience in the song. I love it. Also, there are no rich people who live in the South, Lamau. Why is Joe Biden at your house?